Hello everybody, my name is the Poke of Wall Street, aka my country's literally burning down and more than usual. And today we're going to be talking a little bit about that Premier League Week 1. I am currently recording this about an hour. I was going to check my watch, but I just got back from the gym and I just showered, so I took that watch boy off. I am 1 hour away from the Leeds-Everton match, so I'm not quite, it's not an official 100p week 1, but I assume from history and the current signings, I'm going to say Everton's going to get this away with 2-1. Maybe Leeds is going to score first, then Everton comes back. Jack Grealish is going to stumble at the beginning, but then he's going to pick up the pace, and then he's going to be able to recover. I think he's going to score 1 goal and maybe get an assist. And this is being very, very generous. I like the guy. He's a wild party animal. Not a role model for the kids, but I really like the guy. And I love his expression and his creative football that's been really stifled over in Man City. And let's talk shop, okay? Number 1, I want to talk about the Arsenal-Man United game. I'm a gooner in the original sense of the term. I have a lot of Arsenal shirts. Today I'm wearing the 33 Calafiori Lynx Africa shirt. And look, guys, chill, okay? Chill. We need to chill. Everybody's been like, we're going to lose. This is the worst performance we've ever seen. Mbeumo, Cunha, Dorgu. I think it's those are really great players. Delit, really good. They're really good. Those players are really good. Shame they have a terrible goalkeeper. And some of their other players are not up to snuff. But look, win ugly. Sometimes you gotta win ugly, and it's away at Old Trafford, the theater of dreams. Last season we didn't even win that one, so it's good that we got this one out of the way. It's the first match of the season. Okay, guys, it's the first game, week 1. We're gonna stumble. We're gonna have to accelerate. We're still under construction, which is surprising after all these years. But we look good, okay? We didn't look good. We looked good, okay? It's a big difference. We're not looking good. We looked good compared to how we started some previous seasons. Look, I understand. Man United got, 15th or 16th or whatever? 15th, right? 15th last season. How dare we? Well, they beat us at the cup last season. They drew at home against us in a terrible, terrible season with worse players than they had this go about. So look, guys, we won. We got that scrappy mistake. Calafiori got the header in, even though it was going in. It was maybe hitting the post and going in. That would have been a nuts goal, but an own goal. I think Calafiori did Beinder a favor not letting that go in. But look, okay? It's a scrappy win. It's an ugly win, but we got it in the end. Those are 3 points away at Old Trafford. Could be worse, okay? Could be Chelsea getting nothing out of a depleted Crystal Palace and doing nothing and probably actually having to lose the game 1-0, but the goal got disallowed. That's my overall thought on the Man United-Arsenal game. A little bit here and there. If I have to be a little bit picky, I would have to say solid defense. As always, solid defense. A little bit rusty on the, I don't even know if they're fullbacks or wingbacks or whatever. The right back and left back, a little bit rusty. Center backs. Solid pairing as always. But really good. It's so good to have 2 or 3 players for those back 4 positions. They're almost interchangeable at times. It's really good to have them. Goalkeeper David Raya did an amazing job as always. A little bit spooked. I think one moment when he tried to give the ball, or he would try to dribble, and then he almost lost the ball. That was really scary. Almost died of a heart attack there. But that's normal. That's normal with Arsenal goalkeepers. You get those little spooks every once in a while. But solid man of the match performance. It could have been way worse. I think I recall it was a shot from Cunha, who somehow the ball just magically bounced here and there between the legs and landed on him 1-on-1 against the goalkeeper, and Raya dropped and they had pinky finger just nudged it far away enough for a corner. So that was nuts. Really great performance from the defense. As always, solid defense. Midfield, look, Declan Rice wasn't perfect. Odegaard wasn't perfect. Nobody was perfect in the midfield or in the front three. I mean, if Saka's like really muted or his performance is like not as bright as it used to be, it's because we're rusty. You're trying to warm up. It's like a locomotive, okay? You try to maintain a little bit of that pace throughout the summer, but you're gonna slow down, and then you've got to pick it back up. And if you're trying to give your boys a rest and get them ready for the start of the season, you can get into problems like Tottenham did last season, where they started really well. Do you guys recall that? The Spurs fans were like, we're going to win the league. We're going to win the league. We're number one. We're going to win the league. And then look where they ended up, I think 16th in the table. So they started really well, and then they just fell apart. So maybe we start a little bit iffy, but we're steady. We got to keep going. We don't start fast or brilliant, but we're not losing games. That was, I recall a couple seasons ago, maybe it was, was it against, sorry, I keep saying dude. Was it against, West Brom? Was it against West Brom? Oh, jeez, my brain. No, it wasn't West Brom. What am I thinking about? Oh my gosh. Norwich. Oh my gosh, dude. Just brain. I was like bird team. Norwich City, right? I think they beat us. It was like an embarrassing amount. It was really embarrassing. The start we had to that season. It was really embarrassing. But then we did pretty okay. Nobody expected us to do that good. Again, first game of the season, gotta get those points in somehow. We have a really tough, 4 games ahead of us, and away at Old Trafford, getting that scrappy 1-0, where last season we didn't get it, and Man United is better than last season. I mean, their goalkeepers are interchangeable trash, so they improved their attack. They threatened the goal. They could have scored a couple times. It looked really scary. It didn't look like, like a few weeks ago, I was like, man, we're going to steamroll them. They're going to get absolutely destroyed. And then you look at this and you're like, oh, okay. Those are good players they signed. They signed pretty good players. Okay, those are pretty good players they signed. I think Arteta is trying to give the new signings a little, run up. Thubimendi probably has to get adjusted to the league. Gyökeres as well. I mean, he's been on vacation. I think he's been on vacation until like 2 weeks ago. So he's played like 1 or 2.5 games of preseason. That's it. That's all he's got. He's been on vacation at the beach, and then he's had 2.5 games or 1.5 games, 1 3/4 games of actual preseason. So this is, getting that steam engine going, that locomotive going. It's gonna take, I think, 1 or 2 more matches until we are actually at full speed, and then I think we actually got a chance. Okay, I'm not a delusional Gooner fan that's like we're gonna win the league, we're gonna win the Champions League. No, okay, look, we have a few holes in the team here and there. We're still trying to do some business. Maybe that business is going to extend over to the January transfer window. I'd rather do it all now. But we've got a good team, a good bench that could also be a good team. And, we got to trust the process now. This is the trust the process moment, okay? If at the end of this season, nothing gets done, like if we don't win, like, freaking the league, the 2 cups, or like the Champions League. Like if we don't do any of that, it's over. Arteta really has to take a deep, hard look at himself and the structure of the team and the owners and the staff. They got to be like, okay, what's not working? If this is the culmination, okay? It's no longer growing pains, okay? The engine's being built. The train's going. It's off the station now. It's just got to accelerate. It's got to pick up the pace. So that's how I see it. That's how I see this first 4 matches, okay? This first 1 to 2 months. After that, bro, no excuses. It's not like we're picking up the pace. No. It's it's almost halfway through. Okay, so you no longer picked up. If you can't pick up the pace by then, it's over. Just as long as we don't crash and burn like Tottenham did last season. Other things to say: Aston Villa, Newcastle. Okay, what happened there? Like a 0-0 snooze fest. That was like watching two rusty bicycles try to, joust each other. It was boring. It was pretty boring. And they're not bad teams, okay? They're not bad teams. I'm sure Newcastle would love to have any player signed for them right now. But they're not bad teams. It's just, again, start of the season. You don't always start against the crappiest team in the league and get off at, 4 goals like Manchester City did against Wolves. Wolves, actually, relegation contenders. I love Wolves. I have an anecdote I'm going to share with y'all. Back in the day, FIFA 2004, great game. But I had for whatever reason, I was playing Wolves. I picked Wolves, the Wolverhampton Wanderers, as my main team for that game. And I was very little, and I did not understand that at halftime you flip things because it was so fast. I was playing like that 5-minute halves or whatever. So my brain didn't comprehend that they had switched, and I was like, it's so easy to score goals against this other team. Wolves are amazing. I was scoring on my own goal. I was doing own goal. I was like own goal at the Euros the last time. Golden ball, golden boot, Ballon d'Or. Okay, next, Brighton Fulham. I mean, way in the end, I think 97th minute, Fulham equalizes. Brighton looks great. Fulham's, haven't lost their touch, but it's not looking. It's another team that you're like, it's a 50-50. If they're gonna win or they're gonna lose, it's the most Premier League coded Premier League team out there. It's like Fulham or Crystal Palace. It's like they can either destroy the other team or lose to the other team, no matter who it is. Okay, it could be like we could see them Sunderland, Fulham, and then like Fulham like absolutely decimate, and then like the reverse happens in the other fixture. It's like the most 50-50 of 50-50 teams. Brighton looking really good. Sunderland, West Ham. Okay, if there's ever been a moment to like West Ham fans, like boys, the Hammer Bros, what's going on? Okay, is it the coach? How many coaches do you need? 3-0 against newly promoted Sunderland. It's not the Granit Xhaka effect, I don't think. It could be the Granit Xhaka effect. I don't know. It's just like, again, it could be it could be the start of the season. It could be the start of the season. Sunderland are super pumped. They win the first 2 or 3 games, and then they lose everything. The rest, we don't know. This is why it's so exciting at the beginning of the season. Tottenham Burnley, expected Tottenham to win. Did not expect Richarlison to score 2 goals. Good for him, Mr. Pigeon Man. Really good for him. Excited to see that he's overcome this sort of like depressive cloud or darkness that was over him, that was looming. He always had this like sort of vibe that he was not a happy individual because he was like maybe struggling with his performance, but he looked really happy. He looked like a Brazilian dude having fun. Joga bonito. Wolves, Manchester City 4-0. Absolutely destroyed Wolves, but it's to be expected. I mean, it's like West Ham. I think between West Ham and Wolves, it's a race to the bottom. It's a shame. I love Wolves, but it looks to be a race to the bottom. Chelsea, Crystal Palace, again, robbed. I think Crystal Palace deserved to win that one. Chelsea is, I do not know how many more signings you need, what's going on with them. It feels like they didn't turn yet. Like it's not locked. They're not locked in yet. Like it's like they're there, but the lights aren't on, or the lights are on, but nobody's home. I'm not sure how to explain it. I believe that if Man United had played against Chelsea, Man U would have probably won that, just because of the sheer amount of effort that the front front three gave. But I mean, Chelsea again. The moment they wake up, it's going to be scary. But don't rule out Crystal Palace. I can't. Like I don't understand how they didn't win that one. Nottingham Forest, Brentford, another one. Brentford absolutely decimated the squad. Arsenal players decimated their squad, their coaching. I mean, no surprise there. Nottingham Forest, another classic, like Fulham classic. Mr. Marinakas, Premier League coded team that could beat anybody on their day. And 3-1. I mean, Chris Wood, the man, the myth, still doing it. With 600 years of age, he's still doing it. Built like a fridge, built like a truck. Unbelievable. I fear for Brentford. I don't think they're on the same level of danger as Wolves. Nottingham Forest is a good team, but I think they're gonna drop a couple spots on the table. Man U Arsenal already talked about it, and Leeds United versus Everton hasn't happened yet, but I gave you my predictions for it. Let's talk about the Arsenal's next fixture against Leeds. Okay, this is without watching what's happened so far in the first game because it's going to happen in 50 minutes. I believe Arsenal is probably going to beat Leeds senselessly and painfully. There's a 76% chance of winning with a 15% chance of a draw. It's not looking good for Leeds. Leeds is another historic team of the Premier League, a classic. Back in, you could back them. They used to be like Nottingham Forest and Fulham. They could beat anybody on their day. But I really believe they're going to struggle, okay? I think they're going to put up a good fight against Everton, ultimately losing, and I think that's going to demoralize them a lot, and they're not going to make it against Arsenal. That's my thought. I didn't hear much about their signings. I don't know how much they spent in the transfer window. Let's see. Okay, I don't care. Give me all the ads. So let's see. Oh, this cannot. 85 million total, 14 arrivals, 9 departures. That's a huge amount of stuff. Ooh, I'm just looking at this. I'm like, it's not looking good, Chief. It's okay. If I recall correctly, the manager is on the short list for getting sacked this season, unlike the bookies. But look, Leeds, depending on how they perform against Everton, I'm going to give you two predictions. Prediction 1, they capitulate against Everton. Arsenal's going to score 3 to 4 goals. Victor Gyökeres probably scores 2, 1 tap in and 1 nice straight up missile from outside of the area, and then maybe Merino or Havertz scores another one. Maybe Saka with a cross, cut in on the left, shoot curl. Maybe they score a consolation goal at the end. I would say 3-0, 3-1. If they capitulate to Everton, if they put up a good fight and they draw or they win against Everton, I think it's going to be a tight. It's going to be a tight game, okay? If that happens, but I'm going in blind. I haven't seen any of the Leeds preseason. I haven't seen any of the Everton preseason. I just know Jack Grealish got signed for Everton, so this is all going to be exhilarating and exciting for me because I'm going to figure out which of my predictions is going to be the one that I'm going to stick with. I appreciate every single one of you who has showed up or watched this. I know very few people are going to care about what I have to say, but I have to say it, and I'm going to stop bugging my family. So I made this YouTube channel. So I gotta tell somebody about these things because my sister is annoyed at me for constantly berating her. She knows more about football than most people do, just from osmosis. My brother couldn't care less, and my dad's at work right now, so I gotta find someone else to bug. And appreciate every single one of you that showed up. And as always, guys, have a great day.